Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about superpowers because I saw a video talking about that speedsters should automatically have super strength because of the fact that they run a lot, so they're building up muscle or whatever. And I'm here to tell you, like, the reason why some speedsters don't, or the let's just break it down to the fact of that not necessarily and not all the time. Just because you think of character, just because they have this special ability or power, is going to be the same. Like, we can look at the flashes or whatever, but let's look up just in general, just the whole supernatural speed. So supernatural speed is the power to move at transcended speed. So it's a sub power to supernatural body, and then you have an advanced version called enhanced speed. Sometimes it's called emit speed, mega speed, or superhuman speed. The user has an extraordinary ability to surpass the natural limitations of speed. The user's speed capability spans with wide range, including hypersonic, supersonic, light speed, even speeds that exceed comprehension. The minimum speed requirement for someone to be qualified for this category of speed is around what 1,235 to 10,000 kphs, and any speed that is beyond minimum falls into the supernatural speed. So I know a lot of people want it, but here's really what's the basics. So you have accelerated body, you have accelerated immunity, supernatural body, which gives you supernatural ability, supernatural balance, durability, enhanced leaping, super metabolism, mobility, reflexes, running, stamina, strike, and swimming. Now, these are just the basics of what super speed comes. Did you hear? Did you hear me say speed? I mean, did you hear me say strength at all? No. Now, it can be an advanced, but we also have you have accelerated movement, accelerated perception, focused time perception, accelerated thought process, sensory synchronicity, accelerated movement, rotation, sequency, after image creation, aim, dodge, dashing, air dashing, deflecting, flash tip, judgment, momentum, g-force adaptation, hyper speed, reflexes, hyper acceleration, multi acceleration. um you also can have hyper frequency, hyper maneuverability, invisible speed, mobility, invulnerability, molecular oscillation, intangibility, internal eruption, jolt, induction, phase cutting, physical distribution, slow motion, speed, acclimation, speed art, speed based strength, which means that consecutive forces, heavy strike, momentum charge, physical force generation, and sonic boom. You also have speed clone, speed combat, speed defenses, speed disassembly, speed fleeking, speed swimming, time travel, accelerated reality, timeline creation. You have vortex tornado, warp speed possible, wall running, and water walking. Now, remember, I said that these are just some of the categories for super speed. That doesn't mean that just because you have it means that you're going to automatically get super speed. Just because you have speed combat does not mean that you're going to have super strength. You can just move your body faster than the average person. So of course, the levels, you have peak human speed, you have enhanced speed, and then of course, if you go to supernatural speed, there are different speeds. You have absolute speed. So that's the thing that I need some of y'all to understand. Like, hey, just because this happens doesn't really mean much of nothing. And of course, anybody who has speed has different applications to speed, and we should know that with the variations of speedsters. Even though some of them do have like the major the major thing. You also got friction heat manipulation, which is which is manipulation of friction that lets you move at fast speeds. Lord have mercy, my darn legs just went numb. And you can control the friction of heat as well. So again, these are just things that you have to think about. You also have um electric conversion, which is electric manipulation. Because of the fact of the speed and stuff like that, you can generate electricity. And then, of course, you got sporadic speed, which is to control space to gain super speed, and it can be temporal speed or personal sporadically. You have portal jump abilities, which lets you use a portal jump to simulate super speed. So that makes it looks like you have super speed, but the truth is you are really just, you know, jumping through portals. Now, if we look through all of this, we can um we can definitely look at the flashes. So we'll start with the most powerful is Flash, which is Wally West, of course. So if we look at all of Wally West's powers and abilities, um, of course, he gets his power from the Speed Force. So he has superhuman speed, superhuman reflexes, stamina, agility, superhuman strength, super speed aura, super speed, I mean, superhuman durability, energy resistance, accelerated healing, toxic immunity, aerokinesis, dimensional travel, electrokinesis, electroblast, electromagnesium, photokinesis, energy construction, creation, manipulator reconstruction, healing, energy transformation, energy transfer, speed force absorption, speed force negation, enhanced mental process, speed mind, enhanced senses, enhanced vision, cosmic awareness, molecular acceleration, phasing, tangibility, invisible, retroconography, sharing the force, speed steal, time stopping, time travel, temporal split, biofusion, explosion induction, self sustainable. So these are things that Wally West have, right? So y'all just have to understand, like, hey, these are different ones. So let's go again where we are, going to oh Lord have mercy. Where we're going to talk about Jay Garrett stuff. So let me scroll down to Jay Garrett stuff. Um Give me a second. I don't know what all this stuff like here. Okay, hold on. Let me go down. What the hell are y'all doing? Jesus Christ. All right, I'm sorry. I'm trying to scroll down to get Jay Garrett's superpower ability. So of course um super speed conduction, superhuman speed, superhuman reflexes, superhuman agility, superhuman stamina, speed force aura, superhuman durability, accelerated healing, aerokinesis, decelerating aging, electrokinesis, enhanced sensing, thermokinesis, time travel. You hear what that is? Jay does not have superhuman strength. You get what I'm saying? Again, this is how everything happens. And then of course, let's look at Barry Allen's status. Let's see what powers and ability he has, because I want people to understand that just because they have super speed does not mean that they're going to have that super strength, and that doesn't mean that their powers are the same just because. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that Jay Garrett has that Wally West don't have, or vice versa. You have to think about these powers. You have to, when you're thinking about powers, and I always tell people this, is that just because Superman has all these different powers, if you make a character based on Superman, you will want there to be something different, or a way that he uses his powers differently. That's how I look at it. So, um, of course, you guys know Barry Allen lost his power, so he doesn't have these powers anymore. Super speed, super force conduction. Of course, he has a speed force, but not anymore. He has superhuman strength, reflexes, stamina, agility, strength, aura, durability, energy resistant, accelerated healing, aerokinesis, elect dimensional travel, electrokinesis, electroblast, speed, speed force absorption, speed force negation, enhanced mental process of speed mind, enhanced senses, vision, cosmic awareness, speed force vision, speed force empathy, molecular acceleration, phasing, intangibility, invisibility, sharing the force, super speed, still time acceleration, time travel, and of course, he used to have the negative speed force, so we're not even going to talk about all of that kind of stuff. But that is what Barry Allen's status was as the Flash, but he doesn't have that anymore. Um, let's see. So Avery Cho, who is the Flash of China, um, let's see. Speed Force Conduction, Speed Force Speed, Superhuman Agility, Reflexes, Stamina, Aura, Superhuman Durability, Electrokinesis, Energy Absorption, Enhanced Senses, Molecular Acceleration, Intangible Invisibility, Vortex Creation, Time Travel, Telepath, Superhuman Strength, and Dimensional Traveling. You see what I'm saying? That's not and basic hand-to-hand combat. You get what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. Like, just because these speedsters have these powers doesn't mean that they have superhuman strength. And I keep trying to tell people there are different levels to these speeds, and even with some of them have certain powers and some of them don't. So that's just something that you kind of have to think about. Like, just because it might sound great that all speedsters should have superhuman strength, it doesn't work like that. Like Bart Allen, here you go. Speed force conduction, superhuman speed, reflexes, agility. He has superhuman strength, stamina, speed force absorption, accelerated healing, toxic immunity, dimensional travel, enhanced senses, cosmic awareness, molecular acceleration, which is intangibility and phasing, time travel, and vortex creation. See, that's it. That's what Bart Allen has himself. So you get what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like, y'all gotta stop thinking that these characters are automatically gonna have it. Now, this character, I believe Jesse Chambers, her mom, Liberty Bell, and what's his name, Johnny, well, I believe Johnny Chambers, they have these, I believe they have it. So with her is that she has super speed connection, which means that she connects to the speed by visualizing a speed formula that function as her mantra that lets her run, right? So that gives her super speed, agility, reflexes, accelerated healing. Now, from her mother has super strength, so she possesses super strength like her mother, and she also can fly at super speed if she wants to. Again, you see how this speedster is differently because her mother, Liberty Bell, has those abilities, but she mainly uses her super speed, but she does have super strength and flight abilities because that came from her mother, not because it came from the speed force itself. Does that make sense? Of course, you just have to think about that kind of stuff. So you have this guy right here. He's called the Future Flash. So he's DC 1 million Flash. So speed, force conduction, accelerated healing, enhanced sensing, phasing, speed, force aura, superhuman durability, stamina, super strength, super agility, reflexes, vortex creation. He has advanced science, enhanced intelligent and telepathic. Again, no super strength. Just because it sounds great doesn't mean that they're going to give that to them. You know what I'm saying? So y'all gotta y'all gotta understand. And then the same thing like this. So this guy, well spoken Sonic Lightning Flash. This guy right here, his name is Kingo, and he has the ability of super speed. When wearing his shoes and battery pack, Sonic can run at 500 miles, and that's all his powers can do. That's it. He laces on some shoes that's attached to a power back, and it gives him superhuman speed, and that is it. It doesn't give him nothing else. And of course, let's go to Wally West, Ace, the kid Flash nobody asked for. Um, so he has super force conduction. He has superhuman speed, reflexes, stamina, agility, speed, force, aura, durability, accelerated healing, aerokinesis, dimensional travel, electrokinesis, blast, electromagnesium, energy construct creation, light projection, speed, force absorption, speed, force negation, enhanced sensing, intangibility, invisibility, and phasing, speed still. So he has the ability to speed still, telepathic abilities, and time travel. And again, no, he has no super strength at all. So I'm just saying, like, hey, y'all keep trying to find it, but I'm just letting y'all know, like, hey, it don't work like that, bro. I'm just letting y'all know how this work. Um, you know, so hey, it is what it is. I'm just letting y'all know, like, this is just how it works. I understand a lot of people be wanting these powers to happen, but it just, I mean, super strength, but sometimes it just doesn't happen like that. These powers are different for a reason, and how you use the speed is dependent. Just because everybody has super speed or it comes from the same power level, I mean, same from the same force, doesn't mean you can't do anything different with it. You get what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. Like even then, okay, so you got Hunter Zolomon. He has the same thing, but no super strength at all. Shockwave projection is different from most people. He has Sage Force. He has telekinesis, um, telepath, and now because he has the strength force, he has geokinesis, gravity manipulation, superhuman strength because of the fact that he absorbed a cosmic force called the strength force, steel force, energy negation, forever force conduction, and chronokinesis. So that's the thing that he has that's different. But the only reason why he has that is because he absorbed the force in order to get it. And let's see, our favorite, our favorite character. He has the negative speed force. So Reverse Flash, of course. They give him superhuman strength, so that's great. And I'm just trying to see if they got anything else. They give him possession, and he has hypnosis, of course, regeneration, resurrection, retrocognitivity, shockwave projection, reality alterations. So yeah, that's what he has, and I'm just letting y'all know, like, hey, this is what it is. I understand a lot of y'all want something different, but sadly, it just it just doesn't work like that. And I understand a lot of y'all are trying to figure out why powers are different, but sometimes that's just how powers work. That's just how powers work. That's just how you have to kind of look at it. Like you kind of have to look at it like, oh, okay, this is going to be different from this character or whatever, but hey, it is what it is. Like this character, she's supposed to, she has super speed, but is completely different than most basic flashes. So this one, she has powers of light beam. So she has photokinesis, superhuman strength, metamorphosis, energy construction creation, energy perception, and energy absorption. Nowhere close to super speed. Um and let me see, do they have anything about this one? So this Wally West from the Absolute Universe has chronokinesis, electrokinesis, energy absorption, energy resistance, enhanced senses, superhuman speed, but no superhuman strength. So again, not necessarily a thing. And then look, let's see what Stan Lee's Just Imagine version is. Superhuman speed and speed of light. That's it. It has, she has nothing else. And look, when you go to Pietro Quicksilver, superhuman strength, but Quicksilver's strength is slightly superhuman, sufficiently enough to at least go to what the average strong person can lift, and then just slightly above. And that's what they're saying. Like, I understand a lot of people want something different, But sometimes it just doesn't work like that at all. And like I know a lot of people are like, oh, but it should work like that. But no, that's not how that works. That's not how life works at all. Power sets are completely different. Like I said, just because somebody can fly doesn't mean that they fly the same. Some people have to fly in zigzag patterns. Some people have to fly because they have wings on their back. Some of them have to fly because they can self-propel themselves, but some of them do not have the lung capacity for the gravitational difference between in the air pressure. So just because I can fly doesn't mean I can fly up the atmosphere. And just because someone else can fly doesn't mean that they can fly by themselves. Sometimes they need something else. You got, again, you have levitation, you have the electromagnetic field, you have the air currents. That's different ways of flying and stuff like that. That doesn't necessarily mean that, oh, why can't this character, why did this character should have it, because you believe it makes sense. I believe a lot of characters should have a lot of powers and abilities the same, but sometimes it just doesn't work like that. Or you believe that they should share something or should have a power ability throughout their power sets. Sometimes I agree, sometimes it just doesn't happen. It is what it is, though. But you get what I'm saying. You get how I kind of like told you about almost every Flash, Quicksilver, and a few other characters, just to try to show you, like, just because they have super speed does not correlate to super strength. Okay, great. All right, I'm glad we had this talk. So those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.